Hello, good morning to everyone. How are you? Okay, so let us start our discussion about the analysis of food materials or food analysis that we have started with respect to our paper number CHA 393 and section first. This is our fifth chapter, that is analysis of lipids. In last lecture we have seen what is meant by lipids, what is meant by fat, what is the basic difference between them, and some introductory part. Okay, and there are different methods for the extraction of these lipids or fats from the food sample. Last time we have discussed the continuous method, okay, and today we are going to see in detail about the semi-continuous solvent extraction and discontinuous solvent extraction method. Okay, so the semi-continuous solvent extraction method is nothing but the Soxhlet extraction is there. Okay, so Soxhlet apparatus is there, and with the help of that Soxhlet apparatus we can extract that lipids from the food sample in our solvent. So it is one of the type of solvent extraction, and the special equipment used in this case, it is known as Soxhlet apparatus, and hence that the title is Soxhlet extraction, and this Soxhlet extraction is categorized under the semi-continuous extraction. Okay, semi-continuous solvent extraction. Now the principle, what is the principle of this Soxhlet extraction? First of all, before going to see the principle, let us see the apparatus or the setup for this solvent extraction. Okay, so this is a heating facility at the bottom, and this is a boiling flask, just like our round bottom flask or flat bottom flask. This is a boiling flask, and over this flask, on the top of this neck of this flask, a Soxhlet apparatus is there. The Soxhlet apparatus is there, and it is set up just like our condenser. Okay, and this Soxhlet apparatus is then placed on this boiling flask, and over this condenser is set up. Okay, so this is a boiling flask. Over this is our from this to this is a Soxhlet apparatus, and on the top of all of this setup there is a water condenser. Okay, and this is a inlet of water inlet, and this is a outlet of water. So sample is taken in this flask known as boiling flask. The sample is taken along with the solvent, and the ether solvent is generally used, anhydrous ether solvent is used here. Okay, and this is the pouch like material. Okay, and it is known as thimble. It is known as thimble. So a pouch like material is there, and it is porous in nature. Okay, so that's why when the vapors of this solvent comes in contact with the this portion, okay, then the material, that food material that we have taken in this thimble or pouch, it is get extracted. The lipids or fats are get extracted from this food material. Okay, and then it is get returned, the solvent is get returned to this boiling flask. So this process is happening repeatedly. Okay, so that's why it is called as semi-continuous. It is not done continuously, so it is semi-continuous. Okay, and so there is a pipe is there to return this solvent back to the boiling flask. So now you will understand the meaning of principle. So what is the principle here? Solvent goes off in the flask in the extracting chamber. This is the extraction chamber. So solvent goes when it is solvent boils at that boiling point of that solvent. So solvent boils, and the vapors of the solvent goes up into the extraction chamber and surrounds completely. The vapors surrounds completely to that thimble and siphons back to the boiling flask. Siphons back to the boiling flask means that vapors of that solvent, when goes back into the boiling flask, they are with the fat which is extracted from the food material or food sample which is taken in the thimble. So this is the principle of our method, or Soxhlet method, or Soxhlet apparatus. Okay, now this is about the principle, and this is the setup of Soxhlet extraction method. Now the procedure. So what is the procedure? Take about 2 gram of sample. Take about 2 gram of sample in a pre-dried Soxhlet apparatus. Pre-dried Soxhlet apparatus. Okay, and Soxhlet apparatus is mainly containing this thimble. So this 3 thimble must be pre-dried, dried, and pre-weighed. So it is previously weighed and previously completely dried. Okay, so this 2 gram of sample is taken in pre-dried and pre-weighed thimble. Okay, then anhydrous ether, anhydrous diethyl ether is used as a solvent for this extraction of fat or lipids from this sample. Okay, it is then taken in this boiling flask. This boiling flask is also previously dried and previously weighed. Okay, these procedures or these steps are repeatedly, continuously occurred in all these procedures that we will see in this remaining syllabus. Okay, so this should be pre-weighed and pre-dried. This should be pre-weighed and pre-dried. Then specific amount of that anhydrous ether is taken in this boiling flask. Then the heating is started to heat this boiling flask. Heating is started, and this heating is done for 4 hours. Heating is done for 4 hours, and this extraction process is done for at a rate of 4 to 5 drops per second. 4 to 5 drops per second with this setup, a Soxhlet setup. Okay, and this extraction is done for 4 hours. Okay, then next to that, after extraction is get complete, then stop heating. Allow the system to cool to reach to the ambient temperature or room temperature. Then dismantle this setup. Then remove the boiling flask and evaporate that solvent, that is diethyl ether, at room temperature, and then at 100 degrees Celsius for half an hour. Okay, then after evaporating that solvent, weigh accurately the weight of that boiling flask. Okay, now in boiling flask we have already weighed it. Okay, and then after extraction, what will be the situation? After extraction, the sample, our boiling flask is having now the diethyl ether along with the fat or lipid extracted from the food sample. Okay, and now after extraction, what we have done here, we have evaporated all the solvent, ethyl ether, from the flask, and what is remain in the flask is only the fat or lipids which is extracted from this 2 gram of sample. Okay, and so that's why after getting weight of that flask after extraction, the percent fat from this procedure can be, from this experiment, can be determined by using a formula: weight of fat divided by weight of sample into 100. Weight of fat divided by weight of sample into 100. By using this formula, you can calculate easily the percentage of fat present in the given food sample. Okay, so this is one of the best method for the analysis of lipids or analysis of fats by using Soxhlet extraction method. And this Soxhlet extraction method is categorized under the semi-continuous solvent extraction. Okay, now the next method is the discontinuous solvent extraction method. First, yesterday we have seen the continuous solvent extraction. Okay, then this is semi-continuous solvent extraction, and now the next one, third one, is a discontinuous solvent extraction. Okay, this method is known as Maisonneuve's method. The title of this method is Maisonneuve's method. Okay, Maisonneuve's method is the title. Who discovered? Maisonneuve is the name of scientist who discovered this method, and that's why the procedure of this method is just like discontinuation solvent extraction. So that's why it is categorized under the same. For all these methods, that is for continuous and semi-continuous method, we must have dry sample. We must require dry sample, or the moisture from the sample must be removed. But what is the benefit of this discontinuous method or this Magenier's method? There is no need to remove the moisture from the sample. Okay, or if the water is present in the sample, then it is allowed to process or to analyze to determine the fat content in the food sample. Okay, what is the principle here? The fat is extracted in a mixture of solvent. The fat is extracted in a mixture of solvents, and these two solvents are generally diethyl ether and petroleum ether. Okay, so a mixture of solvents can be used here, diethyl ether and petroleum ether. So what are diethyl ether? We know that. What is diethyl ether? CH3CH2O, CH2CH3. This is diethyl ether. What is petroleum ether? Petroleum ether is the mixture of petroleum fraction, which mainly contains N-pentane and N-hexane. Okay, so this is petroleum ether. So these mixture of solvents can be used in this case for the extraction purpose. Okay, and I have already told you that there is no need of a removal of moisture. This is one of the benefit of this procedure. Then this can be applied to both liquid and solid food samples. Okay, so that's why this, though the time required for the fat analysis by this discontinuous solvent extraction or Magenier's method is very long as compared to continuous and semi-continuous method, but this is very beneficial that this can be applied to both liquid and solid samples. Then it is mainly developed for the dairy food products, means it is used for the fat analysis of milk, cheese, butter, etc. Okay, so all these are dairy products, and that's why this is very well used or very extensively used by this dairy industry. Okay, now the procedure. See here, this is the diagram of Magenier's fat extraction flask. Okay, so it is just like a what we called a pungi wala, just like that. Okay, a pungi that the person that who plays the snakes and all these things. Okay, so that type of shape is there. Okay, so it is called as Magenier's fat extraction flask. The procedure is that milk fat, there are number of methods. Okay, first of all we will see milk fat method. Okay, so in milk fat method, so this method is developed mainly for the determination of fat content or lipid content in the milk. The first attempt is to make homogeneous milk sample. We have to take here 10 gram of milk sample, and our first aim is to make that milk sample homogeneous. Okay, and hence this can be done by using stirring or by heating for 20 to 25 degrees Celsius on water bath, etc. Okay, so on doing this, the fat contents or lipids or lipids may get solubilized in the liquid milk. Okay, then add 1.5 ml of ammonium hydroxide. So we know that ammonium hydroxide is basic or alkaline in nature. So what is the use of that? This will neutralize whatever the acidic moiety is present in our milk, that will neutralize. Okay, and it dissolves proteins also. It dissolves proteins. Then the next step is add 10 ml of 95% ethyl alcohol. 95% ethyl alcohol means pure ethyl alcohol. 10 ml is added in that flask, Magenier's flask. What is the use of this? It prevents the gel formation. It prevents the gel formation of the food, gel formation of the milk sample taken in Magenier's flask. Then the next step is add to it 25 ml of diethyl ether. Add 25 ml of diethyl ether and shake well for 1 to 2 minutes. Shake well for 1 to 2 or 3 minutes properly. What will happen here? Here, when we are adding diethyl ether, the lipid or fat present in the milk sample is get dissolves. Okay, in that diethyl ether. Then the next step is add 25 ml petroleum ether. Next to it, add 25 ml petroleum ether. Now, what is the use of this? Why we are using here mixture of solvents? When we are adding 25 ml petroleum ether, then this pet ether will remove the water, will remove the moisture which is get extracted in the diethyl ether solvent extraction. Okay, so this is the use of petroleum ether. Then next step is centrifuge it. After complete extraction, centrifuge it by using centrifugal machine. Okay, then the solid material which is remained, it is called as solid non-fat, SNF. There are two types of solid materials present in the milk samples, that is called as fat and solid fat and solid non-fat, SF and SNF. Okay, but our interest is to determine the SF, solid fat present in the milk sample. Okay, so whatever the solid non-fat present in the milk sample, that is get precipitated by using centrifuge machine. Okay, and then the supernatant solution of that centrifuge will have our solvents, that is a mixture of diethyl ether and petroleum ether. Okay, then decant it in a Maginier's fat dish. Decant this solution, okay, our solvent in a Maginier's fat dish. Okay, then dry it, evaporate that solvent, dry it completely, then cool it at room temperature and weigh that Maginier's fat dish, weigh accurately up to 0.1 milligram to get constant weight. Okay, now once this procedure is get complete, okay, before going to this step, second step, all these steps can be repeated for getting complete extraction of the lipid into our diethyl ether and petroleum ether. We have to repeat these steps again and again 2 to 3 times for getting complete extraction of lipid, and then you have to follow these 2 steps. Then how to determine the fat percentage for this method, that is for Maginier's method. The fat percentage can be calculated by using the formula: percentage of fat is equal to 100 into weight of dish plus weight of fat minus weight of dish minus average weight blank residue divided by weight of sample, and this whole ratio is multiplied by 100. Okay, so this is the formula for determining the fat content or lipid content present in our milk sample. Okay, so mind well, this Maginier's method is generally used for the determination of fat content in milk and milk products. Okay, so that's why this is one of the important method for the fat analysis, and this belongs to the discontinuous solvent extraction. The Soxhlet apparatus or Soxhlet extraction is belonging to the semi-continuous extraction method, and yesterday we have seen the continuous extraction method, that is known as goldfish method. Okay, so these are all about the extraction procedures described for the fat analysis. Okay, so I think this is very well explained. I am trying my best. Okay, so thanks for watching this video. Have a nice day. Thanks a lot.